Israel Iran can do it off the top.
What are you talking about? What?
Israel Iran?
What is that?
Israel Iran?
What is that? Is it a new band?
Yep. It's
You guys heard the new album from Isreal Iran?
It's pretty.
What are you going to talk about? The only thing I know that's broken lately is the website that's kind of linked to the Ayatollah.
I didn't hear that.
This website linked to the Ayatollah.
We forgot to talk about this in one of the commercials also.
Came out and said that basically because Israel has said they're going to strike Iran for their nuclear program, that it is that Israel is a threat to Islam, and so somebody has to. I'm paraphrasing here, but destroy
the threat
Israelis and wipe them off the map, and Iran needs to be he who picks up that torch.
Is the video? You're talking about this right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're live on the air.
Okay. I would say that the Ayatollah is going to say some pretty crazy things when it comes to the
Ayatollah cocaine.
When it comes to the Quran and Islam and all that type of stuff, the Ayatollah is going to say whatever he has to say to get the people riled up. And I don't think that... there he goes. I really don't know what to say about the Israel-Iran thing. I
Who's going to strike first, Israel or Iran? And now, strike first could also be any kind of terror attack. Who's going to strike first?
I think we all know Iran is going to be the first one to commit terrorist activity. Although Iran has already blamed Israel for...
never mind, I'm not going to say it.
Iran has already blamed Israel for past terror attacks against nuclear scientists and all that kind of stuff. So it seems like Iran's already attacked through terrorist means.
Interesting thought. Now, who's going to be the first? Now, is this going to end in nuclear?
No.
Fallout?
So, Israel and the U.S. will invade Iran without the UN support, and eventually the UN will send in troops and stop the Israel-U.S. alliance.
Who's going to send in troops?
The UN.
The UN's not going to war against America and Israel.
They've done it before. Whenever America and Israel has attacked another country, the UN has stepped up and sent in troops to calm things down. I was listening today. They're saying that in the past, Egypt has been the mediator of all these West and East feuds, and with Egypt being in turmoil right now, the possibility of that happening is real low. So the Arab Spring in general in the areas has left all past tactics off the table.
Well, like Newt Gingrich pointed out, Obama's so distracted by this Arab Spring, he's not even thinking about.
Did you hear? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I was going nowhere.
Did you hear Ahmadinejad held a press conference this past week to discuss the Muslim Spring, the Islam Spring? He was saying that now is the time for Islam to take over, to become a major player on the world scale.
How do you feel about that?
I think.
Does it make you uncomfortable? Are you one of these that might feel like,
Islam is taking over?
Yeah, we can't we've got to squash this before they take over. They become aren't they already the number one religion in the world?
Yeah.
Before they become, the number one religion in the world, dominating everything and even Western culture. That's
Sharia law is a big hot button topic. Apparently, France has a history with Islam, and they've actually banned the burqas, banned the mosques. So an Islam takeover is a threat to these countries who want to keep the status quo. But I think the Islam movement should have every opportunity to take hold of wherever it needs to take hold.
How do you feel about colleges or buildings putting in places for Muslims to pray? Or
I'm fine with that. If there's large enough Muslim population to demand places to pray, I think that's fine.
But if you give them that, then the population's only going to get bigger. And what happens when they take over America, this Christian nation?
I know. I think there should be some type of worship places in general where you can worship whatever you want to worship. That's what that mosque in New York was said to be. It was more of a cultural center where all these religions got together and worshipped in their own way. I'm fine with that being the new status quo, because I know hospitals have churches in them. Other businesses have churches in them for worship. So I don't see why having a place like that is scary.
I know why, because it scares and bothers and offends Christians. Now I know why not put a church in a hospital, because it scares, it bothers, and it annoys Muslims and Jews. So my solution is rid the world of all of it. There's no place. There's no place for you to pray, no matter what religion you are.
At home, in the privacy of your own.
Go home, do whatever you want to do. In public, fuck yourself.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything religious, because it's all make believe. I see we got some huge kind of religious debate going on. All I see is racism, God, infidels, all kinds of things going on in the chat room.
Those are the emotions that are brought up whenever you talk about stuff like this.
Goodness gracious.
On both sides of the argument. But I really think, even talking about Syria and the role Syria is playing in the whole Arab...
Are you serious?
I know Russia and China are against Syria involvement by the UN, and that could be the same case whenever it comes to the involvement in Iran. So I think the bigger issue to watch out for is Syria's, China and Russia's alignment in the Middle East, and America, the West's alignment in the Middle East. That's what needs to be really looked at and examined here.
You heard it here first. Live on Blind Control. Stay tuned for Mind Patrol coming.